This is 60 seconds to success. And that is when we have 60 seconds on the clock for sharing a tip or a trick that's going to make your hotel's marketing much more effective. Now, typically I'm in the hot seat and I have a timer going on behind me, but because we have a guest today, we're going to have Emily Daly with First Hospitality on the hot seat. And she has just 60 seconds to tell us something that's going to make us a much, much better hotelier, or in her case, possibly restaurateur. And I'm going to see if she's ready to rock and roll. Emily, are you ready to kick it off?
I am. I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Well, you're about to hear the timer start. And when it does, that is your go signal. Only have 60 seconds. So don't sweat too much, but here we go. You ready?
I'm ready. All right. So I was reminded this week that marketing is still a relatively emerging field, like revenue management was. So my tip is the biggest challenge that most marketers are going to face is getting buy-in in the form of support or money or talent. And so I encourage all of their marketers to tap into existing meetings and have 10 or 15 minutes of your revenue meeting dedicated to marketing. All your brains are there. And focus on three things: reaffirm high-level property goals and upcoming needs, past marketing campaign performance and goals like the campaign generated X dollars of revenue, and get answers on upcoming strategy, rate packages, and event spend. That only took me 38 seconds. I think I probably nailed it. So if I need to elaborate on it, I can, but make sure the brains are in the room and you're getting the questions you need answered, and you'll get so much buy-in.
Wow, I was hoping to hear the buzzer again, but you just destroyed my whole segment. I usually fail. That was phenomenal.
Pete.
Good job. No, that's awesome. That was a good job.
Thank you.
It's a great tip because we sit in our meetings, we talk about marketing, and we come up with these great strategies. But if you don't have the buy-in from the C-suite, you're not going to get too far. And even if you do, you're going to be constantly battling proving your existence and why it's so important.
Absolutely.
I love this. Focus on it on the onset and go from there. This is fantastic.
Yeah, so. And I've deployed programs like this at 2 organizations that I've worked with, and it's made a night and day difference because it's not just your marketing meeting. That's not the headspace that everybody's in. They're not just like, what's this pretty marketing thing going to do? You're in that revenue headspace. You're thinking about need periods. You're thinking about rate strategy. You're thinking about rate programming. And when you have marketing take up the first little bit of that, you get to sit on and understand the rate strategy and where everybody's head is at. And you don't have to send 67 follow-up emails to get buy-in for this one rate package you want to run. Everybody's in the room who can say yes on a thing. So you talk about your performance. People are like, oh, great, yay. If they're talking about that they have been having a hard time with leisure, and you say, oh, we just increased the direct booking conversion rate for our website by 2% quarter over quarter, and this was contributing directly to leisure bonus. So yeah, highly recommend. That's what I would do.
Perfect. And it's also breaking down those silos between all the different areas when you have the marketing discussion in your overall meetings. We talked about this a lot, is there's so many things that the marketer doesn't know if they stay locked up in their little marketing tower. Get out, see what operations is worried about, see what other people at the property are worried about, what revenue management is concerned about, and address all those problems. From a marketer's perspective, your guest is your customer, but the hotel is also your customer too. If you think of yourself almost as an independent operator, you need to make sure that your revenue manager is happy. You need to make sure your F&B is happy, operations, everyone else, because you're the one that's going to be the liaison between the guest and the property. So, or at least you're the one who has to deal with the fallout on Facebook if it all goes south.
Exactly, right.
Perfect. Well, that was a fantastic 60 seconds to success. We're going to move into the main topic of the show today, which is building a digital marketing strategy from ground zero. If you're just tuning in on LinkedIn, I encourage you to go ahead and check us out on either iTunes, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you listen to podcasts, and listen to episode 215 of the Hotel Marketing Podcast, where we talk about digital marketing strategy with our special guest, Emily Daly, today with First Hospitality.